Dear Elijah and Elena, I want you to grow up understanding that in many cases you will have fears in your life. The goal is to not let those fears define you, and also to not let those fears stop you from living, or stop you from trying new things. But that's not the point, the complete point in this particular video. But just that you will have fears. And the reason I say that is because Daddy has fears for you all's lives. But it's not probably what most people may think when I say that, right? So these fears were part of the reason why I didn't want children. One would be that I would not be given the chance to spend your young years, or at least up until your young adult years, raising you, seeing you grow up, go through the different things that happen along with childhood, teenage years, college years, things of that nature, or whatever you decide after high school, quote unquote. I think about a very well-known individual, and a number of individuals who I've known or indirectly, who had passed away young and left behind children that they didn't get to raise. They didn't get to take their daughters down the aisle at the wedding. They didn't get to see their child, perform in whatever sport or what have you. So that has been a fear. That was a fear of mine. That is still a fear of mine. I'm somewhat a morbid person to a certain degree, but that's not the point. The point is that I'm trying to let that fear stop me from being active in you all's lives, playing with you every day, laughing, joking, reading, things like that, and just enjoying it every day, but and trying to hug you as much as possible, kiss you, let you know how much I love you, even when you frustrate the mess out of me at 2 and 3 years old. And because I never know if I'll have tomorrow with you or what will happen the next day or the next night. The second thing is also that having a child, you realize that you all will experience pain, that I can't take that pain from you. There are some pains you're going to experience. You may date. For both of you all, it'll be after you turn 30. No, I'm just kidding, but no, partially kidding. But whenever you date to find that person that you will desire to marry, if God has that for you, that I hope you will make a good decision on that, right? Because when Daddy found Mommy, I didn't have to experience a lot of heartache. We did have to go through some rough patches, but it wasn't a deep heartache. But when Daddy was younger, he tried to date, and those were heartaches because I was choosing the wrong people. And so someday you might have to experience that. You might really think this is the right person. Sometimes we make bad decisions on who we pick, but I hope you all be more thoughtful than me. So you might experience heartache, but you might experience physical pain. Daddy has never really been injured. I may have twisted an ankle, dislocated a finger or something like that before. But for the most part, I've never really experienced physical pain. I've never had cancer or heart attack or anything like that. I don't do the best job physically healthy with myself, so I'm going to probably pay some consequences for that. But I've never had physical pain, and I know if I put you all in sports, you play, what have you, you're going to get some bumps and bruises. But someday those bumps and bruises, may even be a bone being broken or whatever. I always thought, man, I wouldn't want to have a child to experience that. But someday you will, more than likely. That's the second fear. The third fear that's pretty big for me is that you will experience some kind of evil in your life. There are a lot of things going on in the world right now that, and that have happened in the world. I mean, just the way our world, unfortunately, works, is that there will be people who, they're, for whatever in their mind, their logic, their belief system, worldview, what have you, they think that harming others is a good thing, and it will get them what they want and what they need. And that being said, that most people may consider it evil, but somehow in their mind they don't consider it evil. They think it's right. I do not look forward to the day that you might have to experience that. So those are fears of mine, that I hope that even if you come across those fears, that you don't let them define you, and that you don't let them stop you from living. I love you.